Pittsburgh will need to be cranking on all cylinders in order to beat one of the LFL's best in Los Angeles.
Just great.
A 1st and 10 toss right. That is Astrid Cruz. Naja Christmas all over it.
Megan Hansen has had an outstanding year in the middle. Not a lot of publicity, but good football.
That is a little dump off.
Replace Hall of Fame linebacker Mo Gaxiola. Megan Hansen hasn't skipped a beat. You could the leader. She has to keep the team together, not get in fights.
A good-looking reverse to Delaney Hall. An even better hit. A 2nd and 2 now, ball at the 23. A delayed handoff to Bourseau. Carmen.
Bourseau, so they're going to go to Bourseau, I think, all night.
From the shotgun. That is a delayed handoff to Bourseau. That is Cynthia Schmidt in motion. Handoff, Bourseau. Great outside seal blocking. Touchdown. Attempt from the 1-yard line. A quick lob. LA loves that release play. And that was deflected and caught.
Spencer throw the football.
A 1st and 10 dribbler back to Spencer. And that just fed in.
Wilmer, the center, good play recovering the football and trying to get yardage, but nothing there for Morgan Spencer.
That has been an issue here in Pittsburgh all season. The quarterback
jumped.
Now a manageable 3rd and 7 for this offense. Down the field, double covered. That was an ill-advised pass.
She threw right into coverage, double covered, nothing there. I wonder why she didn't come underneath. Afezakai was open, who was before the game. She said she wanted to go.
A 4th and 7 shovel pass. That's to Olenzak this year. That is a reverse play handoff. Cynthia Schmidt, the lanky wide receiver, also born missing from that Pittsburgh lineup because of an ankle. A great defensive play there by Afezakai. A 1st and 10 handoff. That looks to be Astrid Cruz. Lily. Spencer under center, handing it off to Cruz again. Look at Cruz get to the outside. A 4th and 1 for this offense. Handoff, Cruz. And look at her breaking through arm tackles.
And she needed the yardage. Watch this. Finds the hole. Breaks one ankle there. Breaks another ankle there. That's just great running right there by Cruz. 24 hours a day.
3rd and goal play. A horrible looking pass from Spencer. That was intended for Spencer under center. Fakes the handoff. Rolling right. Under pressure. And dumping it off to Astrid Cruz. Cruz.
And he would absolutely take that.
A 1st and 10. Fakes the handoff to Bourseau. Down the field. Nearly.
A little bit of help from their receivers. She has the moves like that and the power to go right over a Afezakai. Wow.
In Bourseau. A 1st and 10. Ball at the Pittsburgh 18. At Salerno back to pass. Now taking off with it. Finding a seam. And a tackler. And it appears Johnson is spying Ashley Salerno. On a 2nd and 3, that is Salerno with the keeper. Getting 21-6.
Great route by Bourseau, and you see the touch on the ball. Did you ever?
Spencer. This time Spencer dropping back to pass. That is Danielle Harvey all over Spencer. A Dane. Pittsburgh still has time to work down the field. This is a little shovel pass. That's not going to get anywhere. Brings us to our halftime score of 21-6 as we look at the first half. They mount a rally, or will Los Angeles dominate? Let's say it together. Kickoff!
For 9 yards, but she did have a couple drops.
Morgan Spencer kicking it off here for the second half. A nice looking kick fielded. Poorly fielded, I should say. That was
Yeah, that running game is going to work against Pittsburgh, but when they play Atlanta, they're going to need a strong passing game.
And on cue down the field.
Because there's all kind of talent. The receivers are talented. Obviously the quarterback is, but they're just not clicking.
A 2nd and 10 handoff. They're going to go back to the workhorse that they're building.
If Joe DeBerry, the head coach, can keep them together, get a couple more girls, they can be really solid.
A good look. A 1st and goal from the 10. Handoff Bourseau. Not able to get around Kim Jack. A great 3-yard line. And again, Salerno calling her own number, getting to the goal line.
With Marshawn Lynch in the backfield, give him the football. You've got Bourseau in the backfield. You have Ashley Salerno who can get it in. and you throw a pass after inches and they throw it outside one-on-one where you have everything that can happen. It could be a mistake, an incompletion, interception, drop ball like we've seen all night. Wow, what
under center. Handing it off to Cruz, a big lane for Cruz, and she just let up. She did. And that looked like LA may have jumped. And now a fumble on that questionable 4th and 1 call by Jeff Loudon, the offensive coordinator. This time keeping it on the ground. Was signed halfway through the season, so I'm sure he's still figuring out this personnel. That is a double reverse, it looked like. Astrid Cruz will only gain a yard. Pittsburgh 16. Spencer back to throw. Nice looking crossing pattern. That is complete.
Play after play after play. She's in the game.
Never heard of Leroy Selman, so great point.
He's in the Hall of Fame.
That is a reverse to Remy Ola. Johnson and Fezekai both flanked to the right side. And this time Spencer doing her best. Ashley Salerno not even in one after that 9-yard Awaga run. This is Salerno looking down the field, nobody open. And again taking a slug 13. Salerno faking the handoff, throwing to the corner of the end zone. And that was
Cynthia Schmidt completely turned Remy Olenzak around. Should have been 6 points. Schmidt never drops ball.
4, Salerno back to pass. Into the flat and into the end zone. Touch. Varsity for the boys, by the way, in case you're wondering. That is a completed pass in the flat to Jessica here in the second half after allowing 6 points to Pittsburgh in the first. That is Astrid Cruz. Looking over that defense. Now Spencer dropping back to pass. Good looking completion. That was a 1st and 10. Bobby does not want to touch that point. Astrid Cruz. Cruz gaining 5 yards.
You're right. I was right on.
Spencer taking a lot of time looking over that defense. Now a shovel pass to Cruz. That play just looked ugly from the beginning. Spencer rolling right, buying time. Has a Fezekai. A good looking completion.
Bell, all fantasy potential. She could start on almost any team. Just fun to watch.
A 4th and goal ball at the 6-yard line. Throwing across her body and nearly connecting. One more matchup left, August 5th versus Atlanta. This is Salerno working down the field, has a receiver. But Los Angeles has mainly done it on the ground tonight. And speaking of that, handoff to Carmen Borceau, finding a seam up the middle. Conference championship on August 20th versus Seattle. This is Salerno, a lot of traffic in the pocket. It appeared that switching staff, but that's a situation where you've got to be aware that that is 4th down.
100%. As the court
had a decent night throwing the ball. That is what she'll remember from this game, that mental mistake. And Morgan Spencer stepping up to Cruz completion. This is Spencer stepping up in the pocket, looking sharp, although she did overthrow a Fezekai option on the outside. LA bringing a 2-person rush. Spencer rolling right, looking to a Fezekai. That was out of the back. I think the key for the silver and black is get healthy. And Pittsburgh now gets to go home and start their off.